Welcome to the GMBN Tech Show. Coming up this week, we've got reborn bikes from long lost segments,
World Championship pedals,
rad hardtails,
and some XC treads.
and much, much more. Let's get to it. So, Owen, you actually brought a really good discussion point into the
I
set
tried.
today.
Yeah.
Is FREERIDE back?
I mean, yeah, great. That was my pitch. Did it ever go away? Personally, I think it's dead. FREERIDE's died. I guess we need to define what I'm saying is dead first, and that's FREERIDE. And it's got a really fun legacy within mountain biking because obviously people have ridden free for a long time.
Yep.
But what we're talking about here is quite a specific thing that bubbled up in the late 90s. It wasn't just kind of the VHS and Betamax videos, but for me, they really helped fuel it. So things like Pulp Traction, Cranked, New World Disorder. Then there were teams like the Rocky Mountain FREERIDERS. I'm saying the name wrong. And it was riding steep stuff and then drops and then sort of some jumps. There was kind of a bit of pedaling in there too because we are riding bikes, and adventure. That was the big thing. And in the videos and in the kind of like they were like these sort of mashed up trees that were then turned into like a print thing, like print magazines. Some of you won't remember that. But there was a lot of inspiration in those coming from the ski and snowboard world because they'd had FREERIDE already.
Yep.
It was already a kind of genre within those sports. And it kind of makes sense that we then adopted it, but there's lots of things that we adopted in terms of like helicopter drops and going to wonderful locations.
Yeah.
We could probably go to more locations to a degree than snowboarding because we don't need snow. Wild, I know. So it was this new thing, and there was lots of riding. I guess actually I should mention about Hans Ray as well, because whilst he's not often kind of like wedged in with some of the classic free riders, who we'll discuss later, he was one of the first pro riders to sort of ride in a free way. And I know I'll define that a little bit more. He did race, he did like competitive trials, and he was a really good racer. But he also was paid to do loads of cool stuff, the cool videos, the cool magazine features, and you could argue that he was the first free rider. But if you disagree with me, get into the comments.
Because I suppose mountain biking up until that point, well, at that point it had been split sort of XC or DH. It was a bit more binary than we know it to be now.
Yeah, agreed, yeah.
Yes, we are skipping over trials a little bit,
fine.
so sorry, Martin. Okay. But it was sort of at that time, mountain bikes, it was just mountain bike, really. It had to do everything.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, as downhill became more and more of a thing, you saw suspension design sort of evolving and becoming that, and then XC was pretty much basically just hardtails at that point. It was sort of weight weenie cult and bits like that. But we needed sort of better designs as a result of this FREERIDE movement. Yeah,
I think, and that was the thing, I guess, FREERIDE created this new space where bike brands had to, well, decide what their FREERIDE bike was going to be, whether it was a sort of, I guess, a geared up version of their XC bike, maybe with suspension as well, or like a kind of geared version of their downhill bike, or like a burlier hardtail with really long forks at the time. It was a new way of looking at riding and a new way of looking at the terrain as well. So you're right, and I guess we should talk about how quickly this sport evolved. So Pulp Traction, I think, came out in maybe 95. Then some of the other moves were sort of 97, 98. And from, Rocky Mountain FREERIDERS came out in 1997 as a team. The name is weird, I know. Come in the comments if you know why it's weird. And from those early steeps in Kamloops, where these kind of like these real steep and gnarly, iconic scenes were filmed, it then kind of just supersized super quickly. And then in 2001, there was a Red Bull event about it.
Yeah, Rampage.
Yeah, exactly,
Which is still going.
Exactly.
Enough,
so after that kind of like initial Rampage event, it felt like that was, I guess, lit the blue touch paper, and it went big. It went super big. Every brand had to have a FREERIDE bike, although technically only Cannondale had a FREERIDE bike. That's a separate fun discussion. But loads of brands had to have a burly, longer travel bike, which hadn't really existed. And then all of a sudden it kind of like drifted away. Not every brand had a FREERIDE bike. So I think we can say that, FREERIDE died.
It got a little bit quieter and sort of bubbled away a bit. Well, maybe it wasn't at the forefront where, you still had the XC, DH split. But without FREERIDE bikes and their subsequent evolution, we wouldn't have trail bikes as we know it now.
Wow, okay.
Because, yes, you had your super lightweight hardtail XC bike, you had your burly downhill bike.
Yeah.
And then that middle ground needed something there. So
Yeah.
a suspension design that wasn't DH Racing.
Yeah.
But then, Burley builds Dan an XC bike. So you had products like the Z1 fork.
Oh, Mazzocchi Bomber. Yeah, great example. Yeah.
Which, derived in downhill.
Yeah.
But then it was just for a super burly middle ground build.
Yeah.
They were getting bolted onto that.
Yeah.
And other things as well. I remember walking into bike shops as a kid and you see things like a Kona Stinky.
Yeah.
Sat there. And then that was a reimagined downhill bike for freeride purposes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a fun story about the Stinky is that some of the Missa brothers who are really, really fast Spanish racers, I think Thomas is still racing now, so he's like Masters World Champ at probably XC and downhill. He was on a weird Klein prototype. Then he joined Kona. Kona didn't have a downhill bike, or they had a suspension bike, but it was a bit weird. He got a Turner burner, which was what a Stinky looks like, which is what a session looks like, which is the whole line of like, looks like a session. No, doesn't look like a Turner burner. That's how the Stinky came about. But I guess, you're right. Yeah.
And then things like that will have morphed into sort of early proper trail bikes, like, I guess, the Kona Bear.
Oh, yeah.
And then subsequently the Dog.
Yeah.
But then the events themselves, Rampage is still about.
True, yeah.
With that. And bike parks now aren't just alpine things, they're popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, we've got loads here in the UK and it's not particularly mountainous.
No, valid.
So, and then all trails now, they'll have features on them that are, I guess, derived from what was freeride many moons ago.
I guess for me, I look at some trails, I'm like, oh, that's a kind of a freeride trail because it's got like either skinny sections on or as in like wooden planky bits, that's complete freeride, the skinnies. And then it'll have like steeper drops, jumps. That's all freeride. That didn't exist. Well, it did exist, but not for your average trail ride.
No, but now it's just the mainstay of a lot of trails. So,
yeah. Okay, so effectively freeride is dead because now trail bikes and it's infused everything and everywhere.
I see that.
Whilst you used to have a like dedicated freeride rig, and some brands still do them. Yeah. Freeride, I guess, is also kind of like opened up a bit because you've got the kind of burly, scary, monster, humongous hucks of someone like Brage Vestavik.
Oh my God, yeah.
But then you've also got like people on a dirt jump bike doing kind of cool trails, and also you could argue pump track to a degree as well. And I guess loads of brands have bikes for that segment. So my pre-existing idea of what a freeride bike should be is not only wrong, it's now what loads of trail bikes are, which is to like winch up and have fun on the downhills. Yeah. Right, okay. So I can see the logic now in terms of like, if we look at XC bikes as an example, where previously there might have been, 60 mil or like really short travel. We've now got bikes that are 130 mil. I mean, will there be 140 mil travel XC bikes on the horizon? I don't see why not, to be fair.
I mean, that'd be cool.
And that wouldn't have existed without freeride, blowing up the status quo.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot to thank this sort of earlier pioneers for, so like Hands. It's led to this awesome sort of, this middle ground that has expanded massively. Yeah. So we're just seeing people like Remy Metallier just riding bikes and doing really cool stuff now. No racing involved, no like Clad XC or downhill racing, it's just bike riding. So I was completely wrong to suggest that freeride was dead, because it's not. We're all just freeriders now. Yeah. It's taken over. Yeah, pretty much. Well, mind blown. Let us know down in the comments, is freeride dead? Or is it just bike riding? We're on to the news now, and to be honest, there was a reason you were thinking about freeride earlier. I don't know how it got into my head. So, transition, they're sort of the Bottlerocket. Yeah, cult classic. Cult classic is back. Yeah. Yeah, really cool. And that's got us asking, is freeride back? Well, they think it is. Transition do. Yeah. I mean, we've argued that it's not gone away at all, but obviously they've got a different opinion, as might you. So the new Bottlerocket, it first came out in the mid-2000s, and it was kind of interesting because lots of freeride bikes at that time were
big travel monster trucks
Yep.
for hucking. And the Bottlerocket was a little bit different in terms of it was a little bit short, a little bit more kind of tight and taut. So it was short travel, but with big burly ambitions.
Precision tool.
Well, you could say that, yeah.
Yeah.
What have we got on this new version?
So details are a little bit slim at the moment.
Okay.
But we've got a new suspension setup now, 4-bar versus the single pivot with link activated shock.
Right, got you. Always good,
Cool.
yeah.
Shock's in line with the seat tube, looks really neat. It's got a lower adjustable shock mount and adjustable rear dropout, so really adjustable frame, adaptable, which is cool. From what we've seen, it's either fitted with a long single crown fork or a short dual crown.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So again, versatile bike. I'm guessing 140mm rear travel, 180mm-ish on the front.
Yeah, I mean, the old Bottlerocket, I think, was 130. So this could be maybe up to 150?
That would make sense,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
Again, geometry to be confirmed. We're not seeing any charts at the moment, but lots of the current transition bikes are available with lots of different build options.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Pricing's also sort of to be confirmed, but is to be released on the 9th.
There we go.
So
Exciting
if you're
stuff.
watching this, it's out. What have we got next?
We have got Crankbrothers have got probably the winningest downhill race, being very specific with how to say it, but their pedal, the Mallet, has won a lot of world titles.
Yes.
I think it's won 15 by their count. Maybe 16 this year. Anyway, it's won a lot of titles. They've got a new signature version of their pedal with Loïc Bruni.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's also won loads of world titles.
Yes. Yeah.
We should say, yes, he's won a lot. He's very, very fast. But actually, ACC and Nico, probably faster and one more. But as a French racer, Loïc is very good. So, in terms of pedal spec, you get all of the same world champ winning features that the Mallet DH has got. So it's got a wide stance, 57mm Q factor. It's got concave platform. You've got adjustable pins in there. It's got the traction pad technology, which means you can customize the fit and feel depending on what shoes you've got. It's got chamfered edges on that leading edge to reduce rock strikes. It's got the same kind of 4-winged centre bit, so it's really easy to clip into. You can roll into it or roll out.
Yep.
Clears mud pretty well. Customizable float and release angle depending on what cleats you run. And now the Loïc version is in this beautiful golden bronze.
It does look really good.
Yeah, it looks real nice.
Yeah.
Yours for 199.99 euros or 199.99 US dollars.
Nice. Hardtail next.
Yes, love a hardtail.
Love a hardtail.
Oh, there we go.
Pace,
Perfect.
much story UK brand, known for their sort of fast bikes. Yeah, they've got a new hardtail. So known for sort of that innovation with alloy frames, external butting, like really cool looking bikes. Some time ago, they paused a little bit.
They did, yeah. I think they paused because their fork business has grown and grown and grown.
Yep.
And then a small company you may have heard of, DT Swiss, bought their forks.
Yep.
And basically DT Swiss suspension forks, if you remember them, in the mists of time, those are actually, Pace forks originally. But yeah, there we go.
Cool. So back to that hardtail.
Yeah,
so
what have we got?
we should have said it's called the RC629. It does look rather nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's steel.
Yes.
With a really modern hardtail geometry, so head angle of 64.5 degrees with a sagged 150mm fork in it, but it will also work with 140mm.
Oh,
If you want to
nice.
go a little bit shorter on travel.
Yeah.
430mm chainstays, which is cool. And then thanks to adjustable dropouts, it can be set up full 29er or with a 650B/27.5 rear wheel for that MX setup, which is cool. We've got 2 colours at the moment, so we've got ice blue and olive. Nice. So frame only from £799 or a complete bike, which has got the Rock Silo and Shimano mechanical Dior from £2,799.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Interesting hardtail. Interesting about the mixed wheel size on the back. Interesting. MAAP and QUOC have launched the Grand Tour XC.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. So MAAP, kind of like Australian-based, but I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're a apparel brand. They make lots of kind of roadie gear, I would argue. And then you could say kind of like hipster brand, QUOC. They make some really cool shoes. Originally, it was in the sort of like gravel space. But they've actually morphed into making some top-tier road shoes for a famous roadie. And now you've got some XC shoes too. Nice. So these are the Grand Tour XC. We've got QUOC XC, a perfect balance between race-ready performance and rugged durability. Composite sole, grippy TPU tread with replaceable toe studs.
Nice.
Good for cross stuff if you're into that. Abrasion-resistant microfiber upper, reinforced toe guard. They do look really good.
I mean, they're not cheap.
They're not cheap, no, but they've got some kind of rad colourways, and it's a MAAP collab, so that's an upcharge. Yeah. They do other shoes as well, QUOC, so there's other options. These ones are £250, €295, or $330. So you're right, they're not cheap.
Yeah. Pirelli. Yes. Got a new range of XC tyres. So we've seen these rolling around on the bikes of Evie Riches and Puck Peters.
Yes.
Which is cool. So Pirelli work in a way that they've got, what do they call it? The mechanical side of grip, which is the pattern, and then the chemical side of the grip, which is the compound. So how soft or not the tyre is.
Nice way of explaining it.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah.
In this new range, we've got sort of 3 terrain conditions they sort of specialise in. So we've got the M for mixed terrain. So not mud.
Ah, right. I think I've previously accidentally called it mud, but mixed terrain. Makes sense.
It's got a really open pattern on it. So it may excel very well in mud.
Right, but it's not dedicated mud.
Not dedicated. Okay. We've got the RC. It's the low tread, but it looks like the sort of classic race option.
Okay, yeah.
And then we've got the RH for hard pack. It's nearly semi-slick.
Yeah.
But there we go.
Okay, yeah.
New rubber compound. It's the race compound. It's sort of like a single compound across the tyre, and that's the chemical side of the grip. They're now made in Pirelli's factory in Italy as well.
Wow, okay, fancy.
With that, there are 2 different carcass options. So you've got the 120 TPI build, which is the light.
Yeah.
And you've got the Pro wall, which has got a sort of burlier sidewall on it. Pricing, well, it is a little bit to be confirmed in places, but the current the light RC is listed at £70.
Cool. I mean, expensive, but in line with lots of others.
Yeah.
Interesting. Time, it's a recurring thing, unfortunately, at the moment with the bike industry, but this one's also an unknown. We've heard that CSS Composites are closing. You might not know who they are, but they're the brand behind Forge+Bond, and they make some of the rims for people like Chris King and some other high-end brands. And they were really kind of clever because they're making this carbon fusion rim, which was like a product that could be recycled. So it was a high-performance carbon product that could be recycled. But yeah, I guess it sounds like they're shutting shop. We're not sure of all the details yet. There's, I guess, a hope within the industry that someone like Chris King might buy the facility and buy the brand. But yeah, tricky one. Bit sad, really.
And we're not going to end on sad news.
Oh, good.
No, we're going to go back round to FREERIDE.
Because it's seamless.
Not dead.
Like it.
Not
very good. Yeah.
So, actual Viking and geographical feature slayer, Brage.
Vestavik, yes.
Has a new signature SDG saddle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's really cool, actually. So, Vikings like Brage.
Yeah.
And not just being big and burly on the bike, but big and burly off of it, with ingrained in sort of Norse mythology and tattoos.
Yeah, yeah.
And rather cool, this design on the saddle is from a designer, Curry Robin, who actually designed some of Brage's tattoos.
Oh, that is really cool. So nice, the signature saddle has got some of his like signature artwork on the saddle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
It's really cool. So it does look rad. I'm not sure it will actually turn you into a Viking.
Disappointing.
But you could pretend to be one. It does look sort of FREERIDE-y, sort of DH-esque. So you've got more padding on the upper for like impact resistance and a slightly wider nose for enhanced pinching capabilities. And what we might just grab it with your knees, I guess, for a little bit more control on the bike.
Yeah.
Pricing from $64 or £49.95 sterling, and it's landing late October in the UK.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Will it make me into Brage Vestavik as well?
We should find out.
Yeah, interesting. I feel like it probably won't. Q running the Bike Park Wales footage just now. We've also, to end on a high note, we've also got a competition with Topeak. Yeah, awesome competition where you can win a bundle of awesome Topeak products. It's running from the 7th to the 17th of October. Bundles include a Shuttle Cage Z, that's one of the cool carbon ones from memory, and a Torque Stick Pro, which is a torque meter, which runs from 4 to 20 newton meters. So it'll be perfect for your mountain bike. So yeah, click on that to win stuff. How good?
Quiz time.
Love the quiz time. Right. What was the last question we asked last?
So last week we were talking about RockShox forks with the launch of a certain...
Oh, because they've got the Rudy XL, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we asked, what did RockShox last use their XL naming for?
Yeah. So what the answer I was looking for, and actually quite a few of you got it right, about 8 of you. So hello Sepster, hello Tim, other winners on screen now. So the XL term, some people said extra linear. I think that is a term for the new Boxer, which isn't even out yet and we can't talk about. So I might get tasered. This might get taken off air. But in the past, we're talking sort of like 1998.
Yep.
Almost like the topic that we're talking about, FREERIDE.
Ooh.
The Judy and the Sid were available in a dual crown version, which was called the Sid or Judy XL. And it had, like a dual crown. It didn't boost the travel much. So I think it was still either 80 or 100 mil. But yeah, that's what it was. They also come in this amazing, it was like a deep purple. I think it was called aubergine. And it was just magic with a cream decal. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, there's images. We can look. Okay, question for this week. What are we going to have?
So, we were thinking about this. We've spoken about FREERIDE.
Yes.
And we've mentioned a certain team. So, this week's question, can you name the original Rocky Mountain FREERIDE lineup?
Ooh, that's a good question. Actually, I think we should do a bonus. Why was it called FREERIDE? Answer in the comments down below.
Time for cool stuff we've seen. Now, what cool stuff have we seen this week?
We've seen, quite a lot of cool stuff. And I guess we should sort of flag that there's even more cool stuff just around the corner with a little show in Dresden called Bespoke. So just brace yourself. But first up, we've got a prototype from a brand called Priority Bikes. And you might not have heard of Priority Bikes because at the moment their mountain bike range is a little bit limited. And they started off in the sort of like commuter single speed space. And you're like, okay, why are we talking about them? Because they've got one thing that links all their bikes together, and that is Gates belt drive.
Oof.
So all their bikes have got belt drive. They've got like kids' bikes, they've got these commuter bikes, they've got cargo bikes, they've got folding bikes, all with a belt drive. And now they're entering, I would argue, the proper mountain bike space with the Vanth, which is hard for some people to say, but it looks like an incredible bike, and it is like a wonderful tick list of all the cool stuff. We've got belt drive. Oh yeah,
cool,
great. We've got high pivot. Oh,
cool.
This is good. Gearbox. Triple word score, isn't it?
Yeah.
For those who don't play Scrabble, if you get your tiles in the right place, you get a triple word score. It looks really interesting. I think the other thing about Priority, they're a direct-to-consumer brand, and their value on their other bikes is really impressive. So this could be maybe that tipping point bike. Looks exciting.
That's cool. One thing, our little sort of tech chat we got going, and I think we might have both shared this link in, I'm not sure, but it's the 32er MX hardtail. Yeah.
Peter Verdun, who is a frame builder and like an alpha bike nerd, I think, easily said, hi Peter. He's built a really amazing bike. It's got like super tuck chainstays and a 32er up front.
Yeah.
So he's made a special fork with like different offset, because I think that's the next fun discussion when these 32ers roll out even further is what's the right offset? What's the right head angle? Lots of fun to be had. Yeah, fun build. Interesting. And there'll be more of those kind of wild and weird and wonderful builds from Bespoke, where I'll be, probably tomorrow or right now, depending on when this goes out. So wish me luck on completing all the stuff that I need to take. Another random bike, effectively, that I've seen. It's important. This is Ted James, TJD's bike. And this is why I think these shows are really interesting and really important, is because this was a proto maybe 2 years ago or maybe a year ago. Now it's, I'm not going to say production because it's kind of like serial production because Ted just makes custom bikes. Yep. But this is his first version and it's wild.
Right, now we're on to your comments from the shows last week.
Yeah.
So, we'll start with Anthony Argain. My next bike will be a gravel bike. so I'm not a hater. Thank you. But I have to say that the point you need suspension, you should really be looking at a mountain bike. I think that's going to be an ongoing debate.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
No?
No. Rigid gravel bikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, the mountain bike is better. If you're heading down, you need squishy stuff. Then otherwise, your stack's going to be super high, and then you have a wider. Anyway.
Yeah.
Key wings. 00. Subscription service is a bad idea. Don't start going there. We discussed about how some stuff in the future might be behind paywalls on bikes. So yeah, not a lot of excitement, I'll say, on that topic. Not necessarily loads of people getting behind it, but that's okay. It might not happen.
No. Hopefully it won't. No. Drum brakes. That common cell meta is one top tube kink away from the old GT triple triangle frame design, patent expired.
Yeah.
I did think it looked quite reminiscent of that, which is not a bad thing.
No, I mean, if it offers up the kind of more compliant ride, all good. Yeah, nice thing. So we were talking about the Meta, is it third version, V3, I think?
Yeah.
So effectively the seat stays are welded to the top tube, so they're not welded to the seat tube, and that means that, well, there's more flex, there's less triangulation.
There we go.
Eschatologist. I feel like I should Google what that is, but maybe we'll save that for later. I can understand paying for an upgrade. We all do that. I think the issue with a paywall on features on a single bike would become when you bought a bike and you got something that would not allow you to upgrade or update other parts. Like with cars, you don't put a new gearbox from another manufacturer. And he could see it with like e-bikes where you're locked into a specific brand of motor, batteries, electronics, and then you kind of prefer not to buy from that brand. So I think the subscription service, there were a few people who kind of were okay with it, but I think a lot of people were kind of like, well, no, that's why we're getting away from bikes. We just want to keep it simple.
So I did see a couple of comments of, I think, because obviously this only really work with electronic components on bikes. And I think a lot of people were saying if that did start to happen, say with your rear mech, that they'd just take them off, bolt on a mech hanger and put a cable mech in.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the advantage of free upgrades, that's still there. That's still quite nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully that continues. What are we looking forward to this week?
So I think big if, but your project.
Yes.
Your project bike.
Yeah, my project bike, I've got to finish it. I've got to build it. I'm literally checking like whether parts will arrive or not. It's going to be very touch and go. What fun.
From what I've seen, it does look quite cool though.
The frame, Ted's done an incredible job on the frame. It looks amazing. I'm just sort of, hopefully all the parts arrive. Hopefully I can remember how to use tools and assemble a bike quickly and not also like chip tubes while I'm doing it. Bit of stress there, to be fair. But it'll be fun.
Adult supervision required.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's the same in life all the time for me. So,
Anyway, if you like the show today, let us know down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. See ya.